Welcome friends, this is Rishikesh. Today we will see two more program design tools, that is flowcharts and pseudocode. So here the flowchart. Flowcharts are the graphical representation of the algorithms. The algorithms and flowcharts are the final steps in organizing the solutions. Using the algorithms and flowcharts, the programmer can find out the bugs in the programming logic and then can go for coding. Flowcharts can show errors in the logic and set of data can be easily tested using flowcharts. Here are some symbols and the functions of those symbols. First one is oval symbol. It is used to represent start and end of the flowchart. Second is parallelogram. It is used for input and output operations. A rectangle is used for processing purposes. If it is a process, then it is written inside the rectangle. Data manipulation is also written inside the rectangle. Diamond shape is used in decision making statements. When there are decision making statements, then those statements are written in diamond shape. Arrows like upward, downward, left and right are for the flow lines used to indicate the flow of logic by connecting symbols. Circle is used to represent page connector. Vertically downward pentagon is used for off-page connector, and the symbol with two sideway lines in the rectangle is predefined process function used to represent a group of statements performing one processing task. Horizontally spread hexagon is used for preprocessor. Dotted lines followed by the vertical bar are for the representation of comments. Let us see the example. The question is, draw a flowchart for finding the Fibonacci series. Now this flowchart will start with oval shape. As we have seen, oval shape is used for starting and termination of the flowchart. Then using rectangular shape, we will initialize the first term as 0 and second term as 1. We will solve this using the algorithm that we have seen in previous video for calculating the Fibonacci series up to the 10. After initializing first two terms, we will display those first two terms. For displaying the terms, we will use parallelogram. In next step, we will have to put a condition in looping statement. The condition is if the second term is exceeding 10, then we will get out of the loop. Until the second term is less than or equal to 10, we will continue looping. In loop, we have four different steps. In first step, we will initialize temp variable and the value of temp will be second term. In second step, our next second term would be the sum of previous second term and first term. Then in the third step, we will initialize first term as the temporary variable. For all these calculations, we will be using rectangular shape. In the fourth step, we will display the second term. Now, to check whether our second term is less than or equal to 10, we will connect this step to the looping condition state and we will check whether our second term is less than or equal to 10. If the condition is true, then we will again proceed in next loop. Otherwise, we will fall into the false statement and we will end that loop. So in this way, we can pictorially represent the Fibonacci series algorithm very effectively. Now let us see the last program design tool, that is pseudocodes. Pseudocode is an artificial and informal language that helps programmers develop algorithms. Pseudocode is a text-based detailed algorithm design tool. The rules of pseudocodes are responsibly straightforward. All statements showing dependency are to be indented. These include while, do, for, if, and switch statement. Now have a look at the simple pseudocode. The question is, write a pseudocode to print the sum of 1 to 10. In first step, we will initialize the sum. We will set the sum to 0. In second step, we will initialize the counter to count from 1 to 10. The counter will be set at 1. Now we will run a loop until our counter is less than or equal to 10. In this loop, we will add the num to the previous sum and the counter will be incremented by 1, and at the end we will print the sum of 10 numbers. So in this way we write a pseudocode for the algorithm. So these are the program design tools. We saw algorithms in last lecture, and in today's lecture we saw flowchart and pseudocode. So that's all for today from my side. Stay connected till the end of the course. Thank you.